Brief. I mean, first thing is there's an opportunity and a threat with respect to renewables in Central America. I mean, an amazing statistic you shared that 90% of power was coming. It's now 61 or 62%, I think you shared, of energy, electrical energy is coming from renewables. Does put this region in an envious position in the rest of the world. But unfortunately, the trend that you described is one that's going in the opposite direction from the rest of the world, where investments in renewables, I think last year was as much at the global level as it was in new fossil fuel discovery. I think that may prove to change in the current year's statistics. But we've seen the United States and we've seen many other countries, Germany and others, invest extremely heavily in renewables, yet you've seen this proportion, a great decrease here. And yet here, I thought there were three forms of renewable energy that were sort of falling out of the sky from under our feet. There's 5 forms of renewable energy available to exploit in this region. So the opportunity is massive, but is it being used? So that's the first obvious observation that makes this an important topic. Second thing is to say that energy is not necessarily or not just a climate issue. It's really important to keep our mind on that. Many of us here are climate-related people. Energy for most people is an issue, or for many people, is an issue around poverty. I mean, 8 million people in the region don't have access to electricity, and that's, I think it's 1.2 or more billion people worldwide. It's a very significant issue, access to energy. Thirdly, energy is a security issue. Many people in government will look at the energy issue as a national security issue, and that's a driver. So, of course, there are multiple drivers for engagement in energy efficiency and energy production. And we need to identify, in partnership with yourselves and others, the positive economic and other reasons around development in more efficient and effective access to energy. And we also need to anticipate change. We have the privilege of better knowledge. There's many uncertainties in climate models, but there's better knowledge, and we need to anticipate the change in the energy sector, because there's very high problems of lock-in to vulnerable and ineffective energy production systems. Systems that were generated when assumptions on prices were different, systems that were developed when hot years that I'm mentioning were less frequent, which can cause breakdowns of transmission systems, systems when hydrological flow was different. So there's a lot that's changing. So I think a study such as this has got to do its best, and I think that would be something to urge you to think about, to anticipate change. The best state of knowledge for policymakers looking ahead in the energy sector is really, really important. The private companies are doing this. They're not going to look at investing in something that has a 20-year return to find that doesn't happen. They're going to have the knowledge, and I think public policy analysis had to have this. So I'm really excited about this piece of work that you've done, because it has got some analysis, it's got some stories, and it's got some best practice. And I think that very much reflects the kind of interest of my organisation, CDKN, to bring together the adaptation, mitigation and development of the poverty reduction challenges, and to get better evidence and knowledge in front of policymakers. But none of this is going to work unless it's embedded into existing national development strategies and poverty reduction strategies. And I think you're doing a lot to do that. So that's all I have to say, but thank you very much. I think it is